welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing my mom's hair, and you guys saw this tutorial I did on Sarah, one of my stylists, and she loves this color, and we are actually going to be doing it on her, but we're going to be doing a version of it for gray coverage, and she also wants it to be just a little bit lighter. All right guys, this is what we are working with. So we have to do her gray coverage. You can see she just has like not even half an inch, but we got to take care of that. And then we're gonna do that transition shade and some low lights, and then brightening up a little bit and toning. We're gonna be doing another version of this color, and I wanted to show you another way to go about it. So I'm going to start by mixing up 3 different formulas, and I'm gonna break it down. The first thing we're gonna start with is doing her gray coverage formula. I'm gonna be doing it in this small bowl so that I can remember which one's the gray coverage. I am going to do GOLDWELL Top Chic 7NN. This is their double pigment for gray coverage. And I am just gonna put a little bit in the bowl. I'm doing 1 ounce of color and then 1 ounce of developer. We're doing 20 volume. I have talked in the past about how with gray coverage, I typically like to do 3/4 of an NN and then 1/4 of an NA to combat any warmth you get while putting this directly on the scalp. That is typically the case. I would say if they're like 70% gray or under, then I do that. But if they're like anything over 70% gray, like pretty solid, then I just do the NN because they need all that pigment, and the ash doesn't really translate well on like super white pigmented hair. So my mom is pretty gray, unfortunately, so we are going to just do 7NN on her. Okay, and I am going to be using an exciting new product we have now. This is our I'm Whipped hair whisk. So cute. And I love this whisk for mixing color and lightener. It is eco-friendly material. It doesn't stain, just like our hair clips, and it whips your product so good. I feel like I can mix up color and lightener so much quicker using this. So I'm gonna link it in the description box below so you guys can try it out, but it is my new favorite thing. So since my mom needs gray coverage, that's gonna be in her regrowth only where she's gray, but we also want to extend her root down a little bit because she's wanting to have a little more of a rooted look like this photo. So we are going to be mixing up kind of like a mid, because I don't wanna pull that gray coverage all through her blonde hair. We don't need to do that. So I'm gonna be doing Shade to Q to kind of like make that like an in-between transition color. So I just did 7 grams of 7GB. Now I'm gonna do 3 grams of 6WG. Then I'm gonna do probably 5 grams of 8GI, and then 2 or 3 grams of 8N. Okay, so that's 25 grams of color. And then I'm going to mix that with the gloss processing solution. And I'm doing it equal parts, so now we have 50 grams. And again, I'm going to use our whisk. And then I'm also going to be using this as somewhat of a low light as well. So I'm gonna do 2 brushes, one for the low light and one for like the transition color. Okay guys, I need to mix up some lightener too. I was kind of hoping we could get away without doing lightener because her hair's already so light, but she wants a brighter front piece, so I feel like we just need to do a little bit. So I'm literally doing like half a scoop with 7 volume Blonde Me Schwarzkopf, and oh my gosh. Has that ever happened to any of you? Literally said we are doing just a little bit and half the freaking bottle of developer came out. So round 2, I was just mixing up mom's lightener. I was like, we're just gonna do a little bit, and the thing popped off and like all the developer went in there. No! So mad. Okay, so just a little bit of developer, half a scoop of lightener. I had to grab some more whisks, so I wanna show you guys how awesome this whisk is for lightener. It mixes up your lightener so good, and something that Stu and I kind of figured out, because everyone knows that Blonde Me swells like crazy, and if you, supposedly what we heard is that if you whisk it for a good minute straight, it's supposed to help it get to like that creamier consistency and it doesn't swell as much. So half of it is just making sure you're like measuring it correctly and doing the right amount of grams, and then half of it is making sure you whip it for like a good minute. So that's why we're using the I'm Whipped whisk. Look at us go. And you guys, I used to use like metal whisks in the past, and that actually makes your product swell, especially lightener. And then I also feel like it just never, like it was harder to work with for some reason, but this one is like the best ever. So I love it so much. Okay, let's go do this. I wanted to show you two other exciting things we're using today. So we have a new comb. This is called the Long-Term Relationship. You can also get this on our website. I will put that link in the description box below. And we just released our comb, the Ride or Die. I'll put that link below as well. That is a comb that's good for extensions, color, everything. It's just like your go-to comb. But I know some people like a longer tail and a pointed end. So we now have this comb as well. It's a nice little cream color. It matches the whisks and the clips. And this is the best if you like a longer tail, which is why it's called Long-Term Relationship. And I love this one for coloring. So I'm gonna be using that today. I'm also using our new clips. If you haven't seen these already, they are our large clips and our small clips. I'm gonna put those in the description box below as well. And then also, you may have seen me talk about these, and I have an exciting update on them. So we now have our boxes in. These are just sample boxes. We had all of our designs drawn up, and then they sent us designs so we could like approve them. So that's why the box is like taped up, because they sent it to us just flat and we had to put it together and put the foils in. That's why it's like ripped up too. But this is the wishbone foil box. So cute. And I have a few more wishbone foils to use. So I'm gonna use those on her today. So let me know if you guys are excited about these, because we are so stoked. And remember, we have 3 different designs and 3 different sizes of foils coming. I don't know when they're launching, but they should be launching soon. So just keep an eye out. Okay, you guys, so I am now going to mix up the root shadow for my mom. She's done processing, so we're gonna do that. Okay, I just did a 1/4 ounce of 6N, a 1/4 ounce of 6NB, and a 1/4 ounce of 5NA. And I am mixing that all together with the gel processing. Since we're putting this on the root, it's gonna give it a better consistency. And then now I'm gonna mix up the toner for her ends. Okay, apparently all of my bottles are in the sink. So I'm gonna do it in a bowl and then I'll just pour it on. So I'm gonna do 9NB, a little bit of 7P, a little bit of 10P, and that's gonna create more of like a 9P because I'm out of 9P. And then a little bit of 10 VG. I love the VGs, you guys. If you haven't used these yet, you have to. Just doing the regular processing solution. And now we're gonna go tone.